What's up, guys? Degen Defi here. I am back. Well, kind of. So, as you know, this past year has been a crazy year, one of the craziest years of my life. A lot of shit happened, but I want to give you guys an update about, what I plan to do given this crazy market condition we're in. So, let me give you a bit of history. Is that this channel actually started out as a finance channel. So I wanted to teach you guys what I learned over time about economics, trading, finance, personal finance, things like that. So I just wanted to share my things. But then in 2021 we had a crazy, 2020 we had a crazy year, right? Where all the stocks went up, all the crypto went to the moon, and we have these explosion of DeFi projects coming out with crazy ideas and stuff. So people were making a ton of money, and there were a ton of opportunities out there. And I was all sold on this crypto smart contract. It's the future. It will replace all the traditional things. So that was, why I rebranded the channel. We started to cover more crypto than traditional finance or stocks. So, but as you all know, what happened? There's a giant correction right now in both markets, right? Crypto and stocks. Pretty much a lot of projects turned out to be rug pulls in crypto, and there's a lot of scammers out there. They sort of ruin the space, and a lot of projects, they just have this crazy infinite inflation, and eventually all the money went away. So I personally lost over 95% in all the money that I could afford to put in DeFi to play around. And right now, whatever I have left, it's not worth much. So I figure, I can see from the engagement in social media, I can see the engagement on my Twitter, in Discord. There's been a huge drop in interest in crypto. Minus the crazy news like SBF getting arrested and all that stuff. There's not much interest in crypto projects, in yielding, farming, all that stuff. And in the end, the huge lesson we learn is that all of that, it's you are the actual yield. So they all kind of have this Ponzi-nomics out there. So at the moment, I'm not invested in any crypto, and I don't plan to invest in any crypto at all until maybe the sentiment turns or a huge development. So at the moment, I am focusing back on stocks. So for those of you who are old school in this channel, you probably know that I actually covered a lot of wheel strategy, selling options, the arts of selling options. That was my bread and butter for over 2 years, and I've been doing it, ever since 2 years ago. And I can say that I'm pretty experienced in that, and I've been making great money, really very consistent money selling options. So this is different than buying options. I know I got some folks from Wall Street Bets in here. They probably know about buying these 0-day expiration options. To me, they're like lotto tickets. But what I'm doing is I'm actually selling the lotto tickets. So I'm the one selling the lotto tickets and taking your premium. So that's the difference, and that's the strategy that I've been working. So this past new year, I made a decision to go back to that, to continue to trade options, to do wheel options and sell option premiums for a living. But the difference is that right now I want to show you guys exactly how I do it. For those of you not familiar with the concept, there is a link in the description for an article that I wrote that you can learn from with no experience. You can learn from how that works. Completely free. You can read about it, and it is exactly what I do to make this consistent profit for the year. So I want to show you how I do it, and first thing I want to introduce is this tool here that I use here. So this is the tool that I built. That's a disclaimer. It's completely free. You just log in with your Google account, and you will get a application like that running. So this is where you can add watch lists for all the stocks that you want to trade, and then if you hover over it, you get daily charts. You click on it, you get the different metrics. But if you want to click on it, you actually see more detailed metrics, charts, even conversation from stock trades. So it's a pretty powerful tool that I built to help me get all the information about a particular stock quickly. And if you want crypto, I have a crypto thing as well. So it is something that I built. I spent a ton of time on. I built this thing, and it really helps me. And here you got like conversation from Wall Street Bets or other Reddits. You can get comment threads. So this is what I've been using, and it's helped me tremendously in my trading. And I have alerts set up. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you exactly the trades that I made, and I have a spreadsheet here that I started out. It's also linked in the description. It's completely free, and you can go in there and take a look at all the trades that I have. It'll be updated live as I do this. So you do need to know or understand what I'm doing here in order to, really benefit from this. So for those of you who want to learn how to do this, how to have consistent income, this will be something you might be interested in. So what I plan to do is at the end of the week, I will recap all my trades, because I feel like in order to improve myself as a trader and in order to review all my trades, I need to do that often in order to become a better trader. And I need to really give myself reflection of what I've done that week and why I made certain decisions, and to keep track of my own progress. So this is something that I learned over time that's super helpful. I used to do this every weekend when I was trading that, and but without recording a video. But this time I want to record a video and show you guys how I do it, and hopefully you can learn from it. And if you're not trading it, if you don't want to do all of this, there's no problem. You can see, you'll be on the sideline, watch me make money or watch me lose money. So it'll show you all the dangers of this strategy. So I'm just going back to it, and with that said, that's the first video about the first recap of my trade so far. So this past New Year, January 3rd is the first day in the market. The market only opens Monday to Friday. It's different than crypto. It's not 24/7. So you can only trade options when the markets are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. So that's what I did. And let's go over the first trade, which is Tesla. So I actually traded Tesla. I sold a $98 put with 4 days expiration. So I only do weekly expirations. And this is the Tesla. So on that day, if you look at it, January 3rd, Tesla price actually dropped quite a bit. So it actually went down to 104, 101. So 101 was at the lowest, $101. So that was really, really close to my expiration. Now, to TLDR is, if Tesla drops below $98, I'm going to be on the hook for 100 shares. I had to buy them at $98. So even if it drops to $80, I still had to buy it at $98. So that's the risk. As long as Tesla doesn't drop below $98, I can take the full $54 in credits, in premium. That's the premium somebody pay me to help protect their position, to buy this option. They buy it with $54 to me. They pay $54 to me in order to buy this option from me. So it was really crazy on that day. Tesla actually dropped to $101. I was scared. It's been a while since I do options, so the price of this option actually went up to $86. I was scared and I sold it. I panic sold. So that was not a good start to the first trade of the year. As you can see in the notes here, I cut loss early. Tesla was going against my position real fast. So this is something new that I want to do. I want to cut my losses early instead of left holding the bag. And I think that's a very valuable lesson for any trader to do. It's all psychology. You don't want to be too greedy, but then you don't want to be, too optimistic. Sometimes when the trade goes against you, you have to close it out early. So I did it there. The first trade of the year, I lost $32. And well, I closed it out, and then on the same day, I opened another trade. Same trade, but this time at the lowest price point, at $95. So thinking that Tesla, we have 4 days until this option expires. Tesla probably won't go below 95 at that point. So I sold that one for $75. I made $75 in there. Hopefully nobody, hopefully Tesla doesn't drop below 95. And if you look at the stock, over the week, Tesla sort of went on a good run, so it's now at $112. So it didn't really drop below 100. So I'm off the hook. So on Friday, I closed it at $10 value. I closed it a bit early because thinking, stuff could happen. Based on my experience, maybe Elon Musk got into an accident or something. So if something like that happened, or he said something stupid on Twitter, that could drop the stock. So since I'm already like the value of the option, I'm already making $65. I really want to just close it out, take the money and run. without, because I don't want to risk all of that money for the $10 extra. So that's something I want to do more on. Is close my options early. So I closed that one at $65 profit. So I make $65 on that trade. And then, oh yeah, before I go on, I just want to show you how this spreadsheet works. This spreadsheet has certain columns. They all pretty much self-explanatory. I do have a price at sale column. So this is how much I opened the option at whatever the price that Tesla was at. So when Tesla was at $106.99, I sold that option there. So it tells you how much of a price difference. This is about $10 difference in there. And then up here, I have something called the profit. This is actually the realized profit so far, all my trades. And then this is the potential profit, or what could have happened if I had let all my trades on win at full potential profit, which is $492 so far with all my trades. But so far, I realized $135. That's the profit so far this week. It's not much by standards, but slow, consistent profit is the name of the game. You want to win slowly and in small amount of time. If you're doing this, you're doing it right. So the next stock I traded at was AMD. So if you look at AMD, AMD was really weird one because I sold when AMD was at $64 on Monday, and I sold a $61 put for it. That's a 4-day expiration with $3 drop in buffer, and it was pretty crazy because AMD actually went down all the way on Friday because of the job report. It went all the way down to $60. So I was in the hook. This was below my $61 threshold. So when it's below my threshold, I'm on the hook for it. And at that point, I had to buy at $61, even though the stock is at 60. So I lose out on 100 share of that. That's $100. So at that point, this value of this put option, so somebody paid me $42 to sell them that option. But at that moment, when it was at $60, this was at $142. So I was down $100. This is on a mistake I made because I didn't close it out. So I was trying to hold it back after being down $100. So I didn't hold it, and luckily the market went in my favor. It started to went back up real quick. It sort of went on a tear on market on Friday, and it went up to $64. And that's when when this option expired worthless, because 64 is greater than 61, and I took in the full profit, and I sort of closed it early at $4 because I really didn't want any chance for that to happen, and I got $38 in profit on that trade. Not bad. And then the next big one is Alibaba. So Alibaba had a good news, and it was that the Ant Financial Group was approved by the Chinese government. So that sort of took the stock on a crazy tear. It went from $87 all the way to $107. So when Alibaba was trading at $97, I was thinking, hey, maybe the $100 is a big resistance, and the charts probably will be hard to get over. But I was wrong. It went straight through, so it went on a crazy run. But I sold a 3 days to expiration $102 call for Alibaba for $64. And that's a big loss on my part. So on Friday, Alibaba trading at 107. So I got assigned all my 100 shares. I actually do have 100 shares of Alibaba at the start. And that got called away. That got sold at a price point of 102. I collect the full $64 premium, but I had to sell my Alibaba at 102. As you can see, Alibaba is trading at 107. That means I lost out on $500 of potential gain right there. But I am not worried, since this is a wheel strategy. I'm going to see what happens tomorrow when the market opens. If Amazon goes on a drop, I'm going to turn around and sell a cash secured put to go back to the position. So stay tuned. I think Alibaba is going to make me some great money if I continue to wheel this, if it goes sideways for a long time. And then I sold quite a bit of puts for next week. So these are unrealized. And I sold a $78 put on Amazon. So Amazon is trading at 86, and the market sort of went up quite a bit. So I sold that put when the market was at Amazon was at $84. $78. If it dropped to 78, I'm in trouble. But in the end, Amazon went up to $86. So I think I am over 60% in the profit on this one, on this trade, $57. And so I sold another Tesla put for $95. I sold it when Tesla was at 108, and Tesla is 113 right now. So this one is actually also 70-80% in profit. Google, same thing, $82, and I sold it at 86, and right now it's at 88. So this one's also about 50% in profits. And Coinbase, it's $28 put. Price, it's at $32 when I sold it. Right now it's at 33. So this one's also quite a bit in profit. So right now, next week, if all goes well, that's about $258 in premium I can collect next week. But I will have to look at the market condition next week. I might open another Alibaba position for maybe another $200 in premium. So we'll see what happens. And that is the trade so far this week. And I think it's a pretty good week so far. If I do well, if all of these positions go into money, so that's 135 plus 258. That's about $400 in profit that I will be taking next week by next Friday if everything goes well. But I think there will be more money to come. I will open more positions, but we'll see. Anyway, if you guys like this kind of channel, let me know this kind of content. Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to go into deep detail about how this strategy works. And just new ways of making money. And this is different than DeFi, the stuff I covered before, where you put in your money and then somehow you yield all these crazy profits. This is actually providing a service to the financial world for someone, because they're selling options for someone by taking on the risk. So there's a huge risk to this strategy as well. I will go into it in more detail in the future. But if you guys really like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below, and I will do this weekly recap for you guys every week. I will continue to do finance videos too, so keep an eye out, subscribe to my channel, let your other friends know about this channel. I really appreciate you guys. That said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.